Has your cat ever curled up directly on your chest to sleep, right over your heart, when they could sleep literally anywhere else on the bed? You probably think it's about warmth, or finding a soft spot, or maybe they just like being close to you. And while those things are partly true, the real reason your cat chooses your chest, specifically your chest, not your legs, not beside you but directly on top of your heart, reveals something about how your cat sees you that'll completely change how you understand your relationship. Because when a cat positions themselves on your chest, they're not just sleeping, they're making themselves completely vulnerable in a way that goes against every survival instinct they have. And what they're communicating in that moment is something far more profound than most cat owners ever realize. So pay attention to exactly where your cat sleeps tonight, because once you understand what this position really means, you'll never take it for granted again. When your cat sleeps on your chest, the first thing they're doing is syncing with your heartbeat. This isn't metaphorical, it's physiological. Cats can detect the rhythmic pulse of your heart through your chest wall, and this steady tempo has a specific calming effect on their nervous system. It's the same mechanism that soothes kittens when they sleep against their mother's body. Your cat is literally regulating their own heart rate and breathing pattern to match yours, creating a biological harmony that reduces their stress hormones and induces deeper sleep. But here's what most people miss, and this is something far deeper than simple comfort. The chest position isn't just about the heartbeat itself. It's about what that heartbeat represents to your cat, and how choosing to sleep there reveals layers of trust and need that go beyond anything else they do with you. Watch your cat tonight. Notice if they position themselves over the left side of your chest where your heart beats strongest. Time how long it takes them to settle into deep sleep. You'll see them adjust, shift, searching for that exact spot where the rhythm's clearest. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the one thing your cat's telling you when they sleep on your chest that changes everything about what this bond really means. Let's talk about what your cat's actually doing from a survival perspective. When a cat sleeps on your chest, they're placing themselves in one of the most vulnerable positions possible. Their escape routes are blocked. They can't quickly spring away if threatened. Their vital organs are exposed upward. They've positioned themselves on top of an unpredictable giant who could move at any moment. Everything about this position goes against feline survival instincts. In the wild, or even in feral cat colonies, cats sleep in defensive positions, tucked into corners under cover, curled tight with belly protected. They choose locations where they can see threats coming and have multiple escape routes, sleeping openly on top of another creature, exposing their underside to the air, trapping themselves against a warm body. That's not a position any cat would choose unless something extraordinary is happening. So what's extraordinary? Your cat has made a calculation that being close to you, specifically on your chest, is worth abandoning every defensive instinct they possess. They're trading safety for proximity. And that tells you something crucial about how they perceive you. Watch tonight. When your cat settles on your chest, notice how completely they relax. Notice how they don't position themselves to jump away. They're choosing vulnerability, deliberately. Here's what's happening on a chemical level that most cat owners never consider. Your chest is one of the richest scent zones on your entire body. The combination of your natural pheromones, the warmth concentrating your scent molecules, and the subtle oils from your skin create an olfactory signature that's uniquely, intensely you. And your cat isn't just passively smelling this. They're actively bathing in it. When cats sleep, they enter deeper brain states where scent processing becomes even more pronounced. By positioning themselves on your chest, they're essentially surrounding themselves with your identity marker for hours at a time, but it's bidirectional. They're also marking you with their scent glands located on their cheeks, paws, and flanks. Every shift of position, every kneading motion, every time they rub their face against your shirt, they're creating a shared scent profile. In feline social structure, this kind of prolonged scent exchange only happens between bonded family members. Mother cats do this with kittens. Littermates do this with each other. Your cat sleeping on your chest is actively choosing to blur the scent boundary between you and them, creating what ethologists call a colony odor, a shared chemical signature that says we belong together. Count the behaviors tonight. How many times does your cat knead before settling? How many face rubs against your chest in those first few minutes? You're watching a ritual of belonging unfold. If you're realizing just how intentional this behavior is, do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel because we're diving into pet psychology that'll transform how you see every interaction with your cat. And share this video with someone whose cat does this, because they need to know what it really means. Now we need to talk about something that reveals just how deeply your cat trusts you. When your cat sleeps on your chest, they're not just accepting vulnerability, they're reversing the traditional predator-prey relationship in a way that's almost sacred in cat psychology. Here's what I mean. In nature, the creature that sleeps on top is always the more dominant, more secure one. Mother cats sleep curled around kittens, not the reverse. The animal on top is the protector. The animal underneath is the protected. But when your cat climbs onto your chest, they're deliberately placing themselves in the protected position, while simultaneously making you the foundation of their safety. Think about what this means. Your cat, a predator by evolution, is choosing to sleep in the position of a kitten. They're regressing to their most vulnerable infant state and assigning you the role of protective parent. But even more profound, they're doing this while completely exposed, trusting that you won't hurt them, won't reject them, won't move in ways that endanger them. This isn't just trust. This is your cat telling you that they feel safer on top of you than they would feel anywhere else in the world, even in protected positions. You've become both their security and their comfort, merged into one. Watch how your cat responds when you shift position tonight. Do they readjust to stay on your chest, or do they move away? If they're committed to staying there, you're witnessing the depth of this bond. If you live in a multi-person household, pay attention to this. Cats are extraordinarily selective about whose chest they sleep on. They might sleep next to other family members. They might curl up on laps or beside legs. But the chest? That's reserved for one person, maybe two at most. And that selection reveals something profound about feline attachment hierarchies. Research into cat social bonding shows that cats form what's called a primary attachment figure, essentially the one human they bond with most deeply. And one of the clearest behavioral markers of this primary bond is chest sleeping preference. Your cat isn't just sleeping on a comfortable spot, they're declaring you as their chosen person. Here's what makes this even more significant. Cats can't fake this behavior. They can't force themselves to sleep somewhere that doesn't feel completely safe, because sleep requires neurological shutdown of their threat detection systems. When your cat sleeps deeply on your chest, entering REM states, twitching with dreams, going completely limp, their unconscious brain has made a determination that you are safe at the most fundamental level. You're not just a food provider or a friendly presence. You've been selected at a neurological and emotional level as the one creature in their world who represents ultimate safety and belonging. That's what the chest position means. Time. How long it takes your cat to enter REM sleep tonight. If it's within 10 to 15 minutes, you're watching complete trust in action. Remember at the beginning when I said there was something far more profound than comfort or warmth? Here it is. When your cat sleeps on your chest, positioned over your heart, they have psychologically regressed you into the role of their mother. And that's not a metaphor. Kittens spend their first weeks of life pressed against their mother's chest, listening to her heartbeat, surrounded by her scent, protected by her body. This is the foundational experience of safety in a cat's entire life. Yeah, the template against which all future security is measured. When kittens are separated from their mothers, they lose this experience forever. It becomes a sense memory of absolute safety that they can never return to. Except when they sleep on your chest, they do return to it. The heartbeat rhythm matches, the warmth matches, the enveloping security matches. In those moments, your cat's brain is processing you not as a separate species, not as a provider, not even as a friend, but as the mother they lost. You've triggered the deepest bonding mechanism in feline psychology. This is the ultimate meaning. Your cat has chosen to give you the role that nothing else in their world can fill. When they climb onto your chest, curl up